drop it like it's hot.
Everybody, welcome once again to The Brony Show. We are episode 289, and I am your host, as always, Circuit Main, here to bring you all the fun of this week, including the soon-to-come holidays. That's right, we are just a couple weeks, actually, away from Valentine's, or Singles Awareness Day, as some people have made it affectionately known by.
Not looking forward to it.
I don't know. I'm looking forward to it just because I can go and get chocolate on the cheap and I don't care. I can watch people spend hundreds of dollars on a girl that'll probably dump them the next day, and I get to sit at home and enjoy myself with my monies. That's right. I'm looking at the upside of this.
Like a word with you.
Say what?
I said there's a greaser that would like a word with you for talking bad about his woman.
Hey, I'm just talking about some, not all. Any case, we'll get to that in a moment here. I'm going to jump in right now off the bat here. And this is actually a little bit of a word of warning because in all honesty, we may be on a bit of a ticking time clock here. Now, some of you might notice I'm not exactly talking correctly or breathing all that well. I'll be blunt. I don't know exactly what happened, but yesterday, pretty much close to after the Let's Play was over, I started to get a very horrible stitch in my shoulder. Kind of like a pinched nerve kind of stitch, really bad. Now, the fun thing about this particular stitch is it's been messing with me all day, all night and all day. And it's a fun one because it's perfectly fine. I don't feel a thing unless I try to breathe deeply at all, or even try to breathe somewhat normally. I actually have to breathe kind of shallow right now, or else it hurts every time I do it. It's really stupid.
Oh, I've had that before with my ribs if I slept on my side.
Yeah, I'm trying my best to handle this. I've taken pain pills. I got like an icy hot cream that I kind of slathered all over my elbow here to hopefully help. Not elbow, shoulder. Now, the reason I give the warning is right now I'm perfectly fine. I'm okay as is. The weird thing is I did notice that in some cases, like when I was at work or when I was doing a few other things after the Let's Play yesterday, it actually got worse and kind of spread down and made it a lot harder for me to do things. So if worst scenario happens, we may have to suddenly switch gears on the show and just do something light and simple, or we'll do what we have to do in order to keep the show going, but we may not be able to continue with the topic or everything else we were doing. But we're still going to try to trudge through as best we can and hope that that doesn't happen. But I just wanted to give a bit of a heads up on what was kind of going on there. So there's that. But any case, I got my What's Up Brony out of the way, so why don't we go ahead and let everybody else get their moment in the sun and go with What's Up Bronies.
See, I helped move yesterday, and about the time we were almost done, my bad arm, which, because I fell off a trailer and almost cracked my head open, but I'm quick enough to curl up into a ball. My shoulder on that side gives me numb fingers if I keep my elbow extended too far, Well, it swapped on me, and my hand was basically like, no, I ain't licking.
Oh,
I deal with the pain. I don't like doing drugs. I just do the pain and be like, I can tolerate it.
Screw you. Drugs are my friend.
They're my best friend. Anyways, on Friday I got in to get my shoulder and neck MRI'd at last, so got to sit in a thing about the size of a coffin for almost an hour and a half.
Jeez, aren't we all just dying here or something?
I've been having this for like 4 years now, so I'm finally getting it fixed.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
But now I'm working on all my February stuff. That means a bunch of romantic stories are going to be coming on my channel now.
Yeah.
I think there's like 8 lined up right now.
Yeah. See, all that's wrong with me right now is that for some reason I'm just really tired.
That's me. That's
Well,
me. Default.
okay.
I'm also just normally tired.
Well, okay, I guess physically, mentally, you know what? That's a whole other discussion.
Oh, we all know we're insane.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. This is gonna be one of those nights where I probably will pass out during the show, so I will try to not bother everybody if I do that. But anyway,
At which point we will hold up signs to let people know we have a free spot. You can go ahead and move the Suki body out of the way.
but
oh,
I'll do
yeah.
it.
Yeah, only other thing I could think of is, and at least I gave myself a nice 4-day weekend this weekend because my birthday is next Monday.
Ooh, nice.
So
oh,
yeah.
happy birthday next week.
Hey, we'll just have to remember to say it next show. If he's on next show.
I should be because I don't know. I'm not going anywhere. I just decided to take the days off. I think I also decided to take it off because I'm gonna go do my emissions and get my tags done on Friday. And if there's any issues, then obviously I want to address them.
Fair enough. Happy birthday. Let's do car maintenance.
That's my birthday like every year. It's great.
It's being an adult, man. You say happy birthday to me. Let's actually continue to do real shit.
Here's
Yeah.
$200. Oh, sweet. That's going to go towards all the stuff that's wrong with my vehicle.
Yeah. Well, luckily there's nothing actually wrong with my vehicle. It's just I have to pay $20 a year to make sure I can still drive it legally on the road.
Nice.
I got a bunch of stuff I need to fix on my car.
Yeah, $20 a year to basically change the sticker.
Lucky, man.
I wish it was that cheap for me. Sheesh.
Yeah.
Well, a bit of
Yeah,
a.
for my
Well,
my car
well,
is like $50, and for my truck is almost $100.
well, Circuit. Here's the thing: in Georgia, remember, I paid like over $1,000 when I first bought the car, just for the right to only pay $20 a year.
Fair enough.
What?
Fair enough.
Essentially, basically, that's one of the pretty much. There's this whole ad valorem thing that they started in Georgia a couple years ago. The only real advantage is that I think within the first 3 model years, you don't have to do the emissions part.
And see, there's no emissions at all where I live, so.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I live in an area that's like, shit. How many million people live in the Atlanta metro area now? Fuck.
See, I live in the middle of nowhere. It's great.
Yeah, well, I mean, hell, my parents don't have to do that anymore, and it's just them being down in Florida.
Well, to jump on to a different bandwagon on at least happy good news. Well, at least for me, I managed to get a hold of Monster Hunter World, and I've really been enjoying the crap out of that game. I'd probably be enjoying it even more today if it wasn't for the pain issues that I mentioned. So yeah, there's that.
Good.
All right. Anybody else have anything they want to throw out there before we go ahead and move on?
Finally rearranged my apartment so it looks like a home and not a freaking storage room.
Making the storage room a home. I can't make that song work.
Wait. Isn't that how your house and home is supposed to look at all times? Like just stored parts everywhere.
Yeah, but it looks like presentable stored parts.
And yet I got crap stuffed everywhere.
Yeah, see? He's just got them presented instead of just stacked up in cardboard boxes. It's a different kind.
I do have this one question. I've asked a couple other people and they gave me varied answers. Have you guys ever had an MRI before and as soon as they turn on the machine you can't see anything, like you pretty much go blind?
Nope.
MRI.
No, but I'm...
An MRI, I can't exactly understand what it stands for, but basically they use magnetic
resonance. Crap.
I'm not sure crap is the last word, but...
No, sorry.
No, I've never had it.
I'm looking at Google image. I literally read medical records all day, every day. What the hell? Why can't I remember?
Because you shut off your brain when you get off of work, which is a good thing.
Yeah. It's just because some people say, no, I can still see perfectly fine as soon as I turn on the machine. Other people, like me, is like, no, I can't see nothing. Everything's just a big old haze.
By the way, it's magnetic resonance imaging.
Oh, well, actually it makes sense, really, right there.
Yeah, and I actually remember that before Crazy Matt put it in the chat.
I could vouch for that. Yeah, you just remembered it just before it popped up in the chat there, so I will vouch. That's awesome. Alright, well, okay, I have never heard of that in all honesty, and so I can say that I've never had it. I've never had an MRI.
It's pretty much there's 3 different types of imaging that are common to trying to figure out injury. One is of course X-rays, which is easy enough for fractures and stuff like that. You have CT scans, which is crap. I forgot what it stands for. That one stands for too. You have CTs, which CT and MRI are fairly close to one another. In fact, they might almost be the same thing.
The only difference with CT, you have some form of like fluid or something that it can see on the images.
No, you can do CT scans without contrast material.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just kind of curious because, like I said, some people, as soon as they turn on the machine, something about the electromagnets or whatever, just make them go blind.
Yeah. It's about
for the whole entire time they're on.
Yeah,
and other people are like, no, it's fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Tokoi, there are certain things I do know about that shit.
Hey, I'm not saying I'm a medical professional. That's my sister.
Are you even? Sorry.
No, neither am I. Neither am I. I just read medical records for injury claims. It's all the time.
Well, the only thing I can say is, other than those scans, there is one scan you missed. The how much does it hurt smiley scan. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much does it hurt? And stop saying 10. That means you're bleeding out and dying. I stubbed my toe. It's a 10.
Circuit,
I dropped 2 months on my foot and walked 2 miles, man. You're fine.
Circuit, you joke, but dear God, do I have to tell people they're full of shit every day?
Oh, I joke because I know they're full of shit. You deal with people's claims shit. I deal with people's computer shit. We're just different levels of shit.
By the way, Sonic, we are not talking about that. That is between...
Actually, we will be talking about that, but just because that is something that's the elephant we have to address. But, actually, let's go ahead and address the elephant since it's already brought up in the chat here. Now, this is pretty much wrapping us off of What's Up, Brony here. So, there has been some bad news going down in the Brony community, and those of you who enjoy drama or pay attention to drama at least probably know of what's going on. We're just going to briefly mention it here. There was a Brony analyst by the name of Toon Critic Y2K that he has been a part of the Brony community for some time. Now, unfortunately, it looks like recent allegations have caught up with him, and he's been doing some incredibly questionable stuff. The kind that basically their screen captures, he's been shunned by pretty much the entirety of everybody in the Brony community, and I believe police have been called. Now, basic just to go right to the point of the matter, it does involve pedophilia and sexual assault,
Ew.
and we're going to leave it as that. Now, the fact is that we have never actually had any real dealings with Toon Critic. We've never had a chance to interview him, and never will now. And the fact is that stuff like this, I do not like it. I hate it. I really do. I mean, it's a stain upon the community. It's a horrible thing that for anybody to do. I don't understand it in general, why anybody would do it. But for the sake of the fact that it's known drama, it's pretty much been taken care of at this point, and everybody and their grandmother is not, steps have been taken. We're not going to go ahead and drag this, for lack of a better term, this horse through the mud any further.
If you want more information, look to the analysts as they tell their part of the story. We are not associated with them. We are just the people that stand above and be like,
Yeah, just to put it straight, we don't stand for that. We're deeply saddened that this terrible thing could have happened. I sound like I sound like some sort of goddamn freaking political though. We do not stand for this. This is terrible. No, it sucks. It sucks. It's horrible.
It basically it pretty much goes like this, because pretty much I've had to say the same thing recently because I'm a wrestling fan. If you're a wrestling fan, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, there's allegations out there. I've seen very little of the evidence, but then again, I'm trying not to really look into it. So if there's stuff out there and he's proven of this, yes, obviously I look down upon this kind of stuff, whatever. But basically, until it's out there absolutely proven, you can't put that, you can't say anything about that. At least I feel like as long as I don't know enough, I'm not going to say anything on it. I'm going to stay back from it. And just to kind of shed light where I'm coming from this, in the wrestling world, yeah, we had a similar thing. A guy that performs under the name Enzo Amore was accused of rape. Or rape and sexual assault, I think some other stuff. But the thing is that there's right now none of the evidence is out there, and so that's why I'm not saying that he's actually done this stuff. Now, I still consider that guy an idiot because, see, the difference between this situation and that one is that guy works for a gigantic corporation and is a very big public figure of it, and he chose for like 5 months not to tell anybody about it. That he was actively under investigation for it.
Yeah, that's kind of a dumb move.
Yeah. So basically, that guy, I can call him an idiot. I can't call him anything else because the evidence has not been put out there yet.
there have been evidence.
Oh no, I know. In regards to Toon Critic, there's more than enough evidence, and there's enough eyewitness approaches that there's not even a question. That's why it has been sent to the police. But
that's why I said I wasn't going to actually say anything on it, mainly because I really haven't looked into it. I've chosen not to look into it.
I've just looked enough to know that it's not just a standard drama, and that's it. I'm not going to pursue it myself, in all honesty. Just enough to know what in the world is going on, so I can mention it. But that's it. We've mentioned it. It's a terrible thing, and I just hope that the community can recover from it, because this is the kind of stuff that we honestly hate to hear, because it does really bring a besmirching black light on a bunch of things. But let's go on to good news, because in all honesty, whenever something bad happens, I like to say something good. And we actually have an update from a friend of the show, Sketchy Wolf. He's in Japan.
I thought he was driving trucks last. What happened?
He drove a truck to Japan. No, I'm kidding.
He drove over the ocean.
He drove
No,
over
he
the
put-
ocean.
He bought one of those trucks from Big Rigs.
Oh, there. Oh, yeah, the big. He just kept going backwards for about 30 minutes and then just shot over the ocean. Oh, ow, it hurts to laugh. Okay, but yeah, so actually, for those of you who have been following us, everybody, some people know that Sketchy Wolf has gotten married, and he is married to a female. I guess technically, his spouse is a military spouse. So he has actually moved with her to Tokyo, to the military base over there. So Sketchy is now in Tokyo.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder. So, has he given an update as to I obviously get that he's probably going to continue doing art and stuff, but has he basically said what he's doing? Has he said he's like doing any sort of like a standard job over there while he's over there?
At the moment, he seems to be taking classes. In fact, we got this update no less than 30 minutes ago. He was actually in a culture class when he posted this up real fast. So it does sound like he's trying to get acclimated to the Japanese culture before he probably does anything. But
What the hell's up with all this Asian shit?
Let's see. So, just a update from his words himself in the DeviantArt here. He went to Japan. He packed his bags, moved to Land of Rising Sun. His wife anyway, the Wave Navy. Oh yeah, wife is Navy, not military. Well, that is military, but
Yeah, branch of military.
yeah, wife is in the Navy, got stationed in Yokosuka, and so he's with her right over there right now. He's been there for a little under a week, so he's not even been there a week long. So he's probably still trying to get settled.
I guess the advantage is that since it's military and it's a military move, I assume they had assistance in actually getting stuff over there.
It does look that way, and of course he hints at a Lincoln Town Car being able to fit in his parking spot, which
That's pretty good.
that would be pretty interesting if he can pull it off. I'll give him that. But yeah, here's just some.
Town Car's pretty good.
So here's a few images of the house that he posted into our chat here. Just gonna go through these.
Oh, yeah, just the fact that they were even able to get a house. It's pretty good.
Military base, probably.
Oh, that's true. They're probably on base, yeah.
But it still has a lot of Japanese design to it, which is really, admittedly, is really nice.
Yeah, but I was just gonna say, because I mean, yeah, to get that's got to be on base. To get a house with that kind of space in Japan, holy shit!
That's impressive, unless you go clear out in the middle of nowhere in Japan, like over in the farmland areas.
Yeah.
So
and then property is insane there.
So yeah, we're gonna give him some time to get settled in, and then I'm gonna start making crazy demands of trying to get imported product. The anime, the waifu figures, and the old retro video games will be mine. No, I'm kidding.
Nah. You gotta hook me up, man. You gotta hook me up.
You gotta get. Yeah, Sketchy was the one that had La Luna the car.
Unfortunately, Luna had to be shipped off to England because of California. Screw you, California.
That's a whole nother mess of things there.
Yeah, that's something else, yeah.
But I'm just glad that we were able to give some good news on what's going on with somebody. And yeah, it looks like he's having a lot of fun there. And I am kind of glad I was able to at least see him one last time over here before he did eventually make the move over. So that was
By the way, if we're in some strange reality, he'll find a Kamen Rider belt intending to Kamen Rider Forza.
Of course you would bring Kamen Rider in.
Hey, it ain't my fault Sketchy looks similar to the main character. Seriously, underneath the picture, you can compare.
You know what? I could actually blame you for the similarity. In fact, I will. It's your fault. All right, but let's go ahead and move on here. Like I said, we got news. We got plenty of news. So, first off here, for the discussion topic, just to let people know what we're going to be doing a little ahead of time, and I do have to thank Coldust for this, which makes me wonder if he's paying attention in the chat room. We are...
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Coldust inspired me last week when we were playing the Fluttershy game, and he opened up a box of Valentines and unfortunately found a bunch of images and nothing else. I decided, you know what? Talking about the crazy things that they're saying in those Valentines sounds like a really fun idea. And we're going to be doing just that. And there's a lot to talk about there. I actually got quite a bit, but we will save that for the actual talk itself. Let's go ahead and start off with first trying to advertise to any community in order to get employees. Employmentees. You need the employmentees, man.
Hey.
In this case, WB Games in San Francisco recently posted in LinkedIn to try to get people to join up with them, and what better way to do it? But they're saying that their studio is Brony friendly and asking for bronies out there that'd be willing to work for WB. I gotta admit, this is rather an interesting approach, and it actually kind of makes me want to try applying over there.
Sorry,
Okay.
I like my firearms too much. I can't leave there.
Yeah, I was gonna also.
And
I was
my
gonna say,
non-registered vehicles.
Well, I was also gonna say, yeah, Circuit. I hope they help you with the relocation
I hope so too. I really do.
because yeah,
Yeah, isn't?
basically yeah. That is an expensive city to live in.
Yeah, I know. San Francisco's a pain. So, yeah, unless
I
they're
was
It's like
just
you have to
visiting.
be. It's like you have to be making a minimum of like $20 an hour in order to make a living there. It's stupid.
Wait a minute, I thought he was just visiting.
what? Yeah.
Huh?
I thought Sketchy was just visiting.
No, he's
Okay.
living over there, and we're talking about something else now.
Oh.
You're a little bit behind.
And we have a surprise visitor in the chat.
Hello, Cole. How are you?
Hi, I was mentioned.
You and
said his name. And so
you
he
and-
appeared.
oh, is that all it takes?
Yes.
Sometimes, if I'm paying attention, or if you just say something about trains, that often works.
Didn't you hear the train horns going off? I live right next to the tracks, man. So
Actually, I did hear that.
Ooh. Which line?
I don't know.
Probably a Burlington, Santa Fe, if anything.
What?
Oh,
I
yeah,
live
that.
in Idaho, where there's just trains everywhere, because they can break through the snow and ice, no issue.
I mean, that's trains in general.
Well, they're like 200-ton things of vehicles.
Yes.
Well, in any case, getting back on track, trying to drive this train back on track.
No,
The-
we will derail it.
Nah.
with a
Anyway, yeah, WB Games hiring and reaching out to bronies, which give them a little bit of credit. At least they're willing to do that. So, China recently had their unveiling of the My Little Pony movie. And along with that, we found a few interesting things. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at some of these images from the Chinese My Little Pony movie premiere.
You're going on the translation names, aren't you?
Well, hell yes.
The translation names are the
No,
best.
don't say,
Spoil.
don't give it out.
Don't spoil.
But
Spoilers.
yeah, we're
We
just
were
gonna.
talking about it last Friday in a stream. It's great.
I will give them a lot of credit though. I love the little standees and stuff that they made for the Chinese movie, and I would I wish I could take one of those plastic figures, but then again, I'm kind of crazy.
Bosh, you have a giant Twilight plush. You
Does
have
it-
shown.
Doesn't mean I can't have more.
I would
The
love
logo
to.
looks so weird in Chinese.
I know, right?
They're plastic.
All right, but
They're
as
wrapped in
mentioned,
plastic.
now as mentioned though, in China, apparently the pony names have taken on an interesting spin in some cases. Now, we're going to have a little bit of fun here. And for those that don't already know the names and haven't looked at the news on this yet, which I doubt many people here haven't.
Actually, amazingly enough, no, I haven't seen these.
And chat room, I hope you guys get involved with this too. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna call out a name of one of the ponies, and I want you to guess what they were probably named in China. Now we're gonna go, of course, start with my personal favorite, especially since her cutie mark just popped up there, Twilight Sparkle. So anybody here want to take a guess?
I have the list up. I ain't saying nothing.
Of course you're
I
right.
ain't saying nothing because I was in a stream and talked about it.
Actually, I almost wonder if I'm starting to wonder if maybe it'd be better to do the reverse.
I'm going to say Sunrise Glitter.
Actually, maybe it would be funner to do the reverse. So maybe I
Oh,
would.
yeah.
Actually, I don't know.
Oh,
Some
wait,
of
are we
no,
doing
some of
it
them
in
are. Some of them are pretty easy to figure out, though, if we do it in reverse. In all honesty.
Are we doing it in
Say the
actual
hardest one for
Chinese or
last.
English?
Say what?
Yeah.
Are we doing it in actual Chinese or English?
If you're doing actual Chinese, you get all the credit in the world, but the translation of it, essentially.
Oh,
I would say save the hardest one for last.
How about this? Space Princess. Who is that?
Dude, come on. I mean, there's
So
only
I assume he just said Twilights.
no.
No.
Just I mean some.
I'm going to say Moonbutt.
Nope.
can any of you in the chat guess?
None of the chat even seems to be trying to guess. They're talking about Pokemon Puzzle League at this point.
I mean, there's also lag too that you gotta consider.
Yeah.
No, I know. I'm
The
considering
logistics of
it.
live streaming.
Yeah, the logistics.
Yeah, you see, Glass just said do it reversed.
Okay,
Okay.
fine. All right. So, since we already said Twilight Sparkle, her name in China was Purple Delight.
What?
Yeah.
Purple Delight?
Purple Delight.
Beautiful. She sounds like cake.
I know, right?
It gets better. Just keep going.
Okay, so
Yeah,
all right,
actually,
we'll just go down the
gonna
list
s-
here. Sorry.
See, I was gonna say that name kind of sounds like a form of wheat.
That's actually I
It's
go
fine,
with
man.
it.
It's fine.
All right, so the
Look
next
at
one. Now the
Look at
next one.
Look what they came up with in the chat.
All right, Twinkle, but starring shine. What? Anyway,
Trainer.
I have no idea. But okay, next one. Translated into to Chinese and then back to English is rare.
If you
I feel like rarity is too obvious.
it's her.
It's obviously
Toa,
Spike.
shut up. Toa,
It's
seriously, you gotta.
obviously Spike.
Yes, it's
I'm just
obviously
laying
Spike.
it out there. It is Spike.
Yeah.
Clearly. No, there's no way in hell it's not. They both have one syllable and begin with steak.
Yeah, Creature's Applejack. Congratulations.
You win.
Oh, wait.
Oh, there we go. But in all seriousness, I hate to kind of drag this down to reality here for a moment, but Toa, you gotta just shut up for a moment and let people guess, even if you know the answer, or even if they guess it right, because they might just, unless they actually say, I think it's rarity. I mean, he was saying rarity seems too obvious. Yes, it's obvious. That's why it was hilarious.
Okay then.
Sorry, Toa. I love you, man, but you really gotta kind of stop for a second sometimes. Okay, sorry. I guess that's enough lecture for the moment.
I
Let's...
guess this is a moment for the editing scissors, eh?
Yeah, probably.
Snip, snip.
Seriously, I love Toa.
you,
I love you too. I love you, Toa. I really do. Just
Toa
count to
X
5.
Circuit.
Count to 5 before you respond.
Toa X Serpent, Serpent, ship it now.
Serpent. Serpent!
Slurp it. Okay, I want to see Toa drinking from a straw right now, and that drink better be in the shape of Circuit Main.
Oh, God,
Oh
no.
God, I just thought of...
No.
God,
Moving
it's-
on. We're moving on. We're moving on real fast. Okay, next one. Cloud.
regrets.
Next one. Cloud Treasure.
That could be interesting, actually. Huh.
Can I take a guess?
You go ahead and take a guess. It will be your only one.
Or the Rainbow Dash?
I must say rarity.
No, we already did rarity.
I must say rarity anyways.
All right.
Let me think
Of
here.
course,
So
obviously.
okay. So wait, it was
Cloud
Shit, say it
treasure.
again?
Cloud
Cloud?
treasure.
Cloud treasure.
Treasure.
I get it wrong, didn't I?
Hold on,
I
hold
wanna
on.
say-
We got a couple people guessing. I'm waiting until
Chaos.
everybody's guesses get in here. Wait
It's
till
Sweetie
everybody
Belle,
gets in here.
obviously.
Cloud treasure. Let's see. So maybe.
Songbird Serenade.
Oh wait a minute. Actually, that is a good question. Are we talking strictly just main 6 here?
No.
As of-
It's not just main 6.
Oh, actually, you know what? I think DM12 just gave it away in the chat.
Chaos
Yeah,
is
he pretty much
so-
did. DM12, you gotta watch that, man. But yeah, Chaos Zakai and yes, yeah, you were right. It is Rainbow Dash. Cloud Treasure is Rainbow
Yay.
Dash. So next
I'm
one.
positive it's rarity.
I'm pretty positive it isn't. Sorry. But next one. Next one for fun. Softly.
Softly?
Softly.
Softly.
Is that Fluttershy?
You know what? I'm going to extrapolate and say that obviously it is the most soft of the ponies so far, so it is clearly not Applejack, because Applejack is, by all means, a hardened working pony, as is Rainbow Dash.
But
And I'm
Rarity
going
is
to
known for
say-
being a marshmallow, so
yes, so clearly, now just to mark off the others, it's clearly not Fluttershy, because have you seen her? She once fought with a bear, which may have been a massage, but who cares? I'm ignoring that fact and using the other fact, because that's the way we do things here. Also, clearly it is not Twilight, because although she is soft from her book reading days, she could clearly not be it, because she is not the softest of the spoken, so therefore it must be the ever so soft Rarity.
Unfortunately, you fail, but it was right with Fluttershy. Fluttershy
Yep.
is softly. Okay, now this one is not exactly going to be difficult, but it is a fun name. Apple Fine Child.
That's an easy one, but
obviously Rainbow Dash.
Obviously, yes.
It's a. Fuck, what I just forgot. the name.
it's a certain one that starts with an A.
Well,
It's fun to finish.
obviously it's the finest of them all, so it must be Rarity.
Actually, no, it's a new song from Aerosmith.
We put that in just to trick you.
And the chat room's already starting to get the giggles.
Honestly, I could believe you on the Aerosmith thing. I know nothing about that particular
I
wing
could-
of rock.
I could
So-
believe myself on the Aerosmith thing, in all honesty. It sounds like something. It sounds like a rock song, doesn't it?
Jesus, are you okay? I just shot heroin directly into my eyeballs.
Yes,
Oh, that's
clearly it's
bullshit.
Lyra.
Okay,
That's bullshit.
The
That's
chat.
bullshit. Steven Tyler's been clean for years.
All right, so we'll give it to the chat room and to whoever guessed it here in the chat here. Apple Fine Child is Applejack.
You'd think it'd be Apple Bloom, but you'd be wrong.
You'd be wrong. Nope. But next one, Peach.
Big Macintosh.
Huh.
No, it's Cherry Lee, obviously.
Let's because
In all honesty, I'm just waiting for Mario jokes to pop up in
I
the
got
chat
it.
room at
I
this
got
point.
I've got a
This is
theory.
Peach.
Here we go. Okay, peach. Peach is a drink flavor. What else is a drink flavor? Tempest. Tempest something or other. I'm pretty sure that that's a flavor of like Mountain Dew or something. I want to say. It sounds like a Mountain Dew flavor. So therefore, it must be Tempest because Tempest is drink, just like peaches.
But you can also go the other way and say it's Spike because Spike is what you do to drinks.
you know
Ooh.
what? Actually, I just realized maybe
Good
that is
point.
what it is. It might be Spike.
Actually, I just want to give 1 point to the fact that Mountain Dew probably would make a drink called Tempest.
They've already did Blackout, so
Mountain
Yeah.
Does that mean I've got a point on the board?
You got a point on. You got the only point on the board because we're not giving out points anyway.
Yes, I got a point.
By
But
the way,
sorry.
By the way, I live with somebody obsessed too much with Mountain Dew, so of course I have to correct that. It's pitch black.
I don't drink Mountain Dew at all. So.
I thought they did have a. I thought they did have one called Blackout at some point, or no, that was something else.
No, there was pitch black, and then
Whiteout, but I don't know.
there was white. Yeah, there was whiteout. They did pitch black. They did pitch black 2, and then they re-released the original pitch black.
Pitch Black 2, Electric Boogaloo. Anyway, yes, Peach is Pinkie Pie.
Oh, why did my mind not go that direction?
I
You know what,
did
and-
not think that at all.
It's because
Yeah.
of us.
Considering how similar the other one sounded, I gotta admit Peach was just like way off the mark. But okay, now for the one that Toa actually gave to us previously, Space Princess. Not to be
Space
confused
Princess?
with Lumpy Space Princess.
Okay.
I
It's
got
gotta
it.
be one of the- it's one of the two.
It's the name of the it's the title of the mother of the kid from that one movie. Oh gosh, what was it called? The Neverending Story. Remember, his mother's name was Moonchild. Therefore, Space Princess. Therefore, I win.
I thought his mother was in da da da.
Obviously, it's testosterone.
No, God.
It was Moonchild, and that was the thing that that was the one thing in that movie that just made me lose my you know how there's all that weird stuff that happens in the movie? I was on board for all of that until he said Moonchild. I was like, wait, what the fuck? That doesn't make
To be perfectly honest,
Um,
the fact that you realize that he said Moonchild is amazing.
Yeah, I nobody could ever hear that.
I only ever found that out once the script was put online.
It's such a ridiculous and stupid sounding name too. It's like, why is his mother's name Moonchild? You couldn't have chosen something that just sounded like Lunar or something.
All
Just
right,
Moonchild, really?
Anyway,
but
actually,
Was you born in the '60s?
actually, Circuit, you want to know what's funny?
What's
To
that?
anybody who didn't realize what that line originally was, if you tried to watch the movie with subtitles on a TV back in the day, my roommate can tell you that at Hollywood Video this happened to him. They got to that scene. He was like, "Hey, I'll actually get to know what this is," and it subtitles it as "yelling into the wind."
wow, that is hilarious.
That is beautifully stupid.
I know. Okay, so we're gonna jump into the Space Princess. Is
12
print-
got it.
Yeah, one person got it. It is Princess
Okay.
Celestia.
Okay.
I thought it was Luna for a moment.
Nope, but the fact here's our next one, and yeah, this is gonna be a wild guess one. Moon Princess.
Oh, okay. It's
Luna.
Cadence.
Yeah, it's Luna. Let's face it, it's Luna. There's no way it couldn't be Luna. So
Damn it! I was so certain it'd be T-Rex.
yeah.
I said Luna.
Okay, and here's the next one now, just to move things along. Phonology Princess.
The Storm King.
Yes.
No.
Yes, yes, it was the Storm King.
Flurry Heart.
It's from Tech.
It's clearly Twilight.
No. I think it might be Donut Steel.
Oh, no.
Donut Steel.
Just to use a overused joke from my stream, Angel Bunny.
Angel Bunny's good. Okay,
It's actually
so
pretty straightforward if you understand. If you understand literature, then it's like, yeah, okay.
let's see. Okay, chat room's got a few guesses out.
We got a winner.
Well, no, hold on. Let's let the rest of the chat get their guesses in here real fast.
I got it before him.
And okay, I think that's enough time there. So, yes, Phonology Princess is Cadence.
Because
Yay.
phonology is the pace in which you speak.
Yeah,
Which
go
is a
figure,
cadence.
right? Yeah, it is a cadence. So it makes sense in a weird way. Now, here's the next one, and good luck on guessing this one. Magic Shape Queen.
Oh God, it's
Queen Chrysalis.
it's Chrysalis.
Yeah, the moment I said Queen, it probably gave it away, didn't it?
No, it's not even
No.
Queen. It's not really the Queen part. I think it's when you said the what was the first part? Something change.
Magic Shape Queen.
Magic shaped Queen.
Magic
Yeah.
Shape Queen.
Just when
Honest-
when all that put together, it just feels like Chrysalis.
Okay.
Honestly, although yes, it did give me the Chrysalis vibe. I thought, oh well, this is for the My Little Pony movie, right? And she wasn't in that, so I thought it was a bullshit answer. I guess it wasn't. Shit.
Yeah.
My
Well,
bad.
no, it's okay. Here, let's have another one just for the giggles. Now, of course, this is going to send people skyrocketing. The next one is Twinkly.
Spike.
Hey, that's how you feel after you spiked your drink. You feel so twinkly and sparkly.
Twinkle shine.
It could also be berry punch, though.
No, I mean, I'm for some reason I'm thinking it's Sweetie Belle. I don't know why. For some reason I'm thinking it's Sweetie Belle.
Definitely got a lot of good guesses here. Let's see if chat room comes up with anything. Okay, chat room's got Lyra so far,
There's been so much Lyra lately.
Songbird Serenade.
and of course Glubber, Starlight, Tempest.
The
Are we gonna
Storm
give the answer
King.
yet?
Okay, so those of you who are wondering, DM12 got it right. It is Starlight Glimmer.
Huh.
Oh,
Ah!
Yeah, right.
that kind of makes sense.
Actually,
Okay.
what's really hilarious now, just to jump back into this, the Chinese name is Jingguan Zhou for Twinkly. Jingguan Zhou for Twinkly.
Ah, fuck it.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm sorry, I just found that hilarious for some reason. So okay. So now the last one, and this is going to be the hardest one. It's going to rack your brains. Are you ready?
Okay.
Sunset Glow.
Ha.
Sunset Shimmer.
No. No, that's not it. You got it completely wrong, and you must leave the show forever now.
Huh.
You can't.
Clearly, it was Shining Armor.
Yes,
Clearly.
it was Shining Armor. It was. But yeah, no, it is Sunset Shimmer. Yeah, of course it's Sunset Shimmer. How could it not be Sunset Shimmer? Sunset Glow, for crying out loud. The only one that was more obvious was Rare.
I feel like
Oh,
Sunset
come on
Glow
now.
could
Peach
be a
is really-
good word tag.
Oh, actually, Apple Fine Child.
Sweet apple fine child of my eye. Okay, moving on. Okay, let's get we got to get moving on here. We got caught up way too long in that. So, let's go ahead and move into merchandise. Now, looks like some more merchandise has started to pop up over at Amazon. Starting off with plenty of see-through glitter ponies with plenty of hair that you can brush. Along with that, we also just have silly looks. Okay, I gotta admit, this is kind of interesting. They got a silly looks pony, which apparently, if you press their cutie mark, they give a quote-unquote silly look. In this case, it almost looks like a horrible Pez dispenser.
Wait, are they registered with the Ministry of Silly Looks?
I
We
think
have
that's
to
the
know.
silly. No, unfortunately, the Ministry of Silly Looks was disbanded after the Ministry of Silly Walks won over their assignment in the local parliament.
Damn it!
Yeah, that's government for you. No, we don't
That
burn
just
it.
looks Scary. It's like a Five Nights at Freddy's thing going on here.
Unfortunately, it's not the only one. We also got Okay, I gotta admit, the Rainbow Dash one is kind of funny. Yeah, that one, she sticks out her tongue when you press the cutie mark.
Ah! What's with that face? That's horrifying.
Yeah, like I said, Five Nights at Freddy's. Or really any animatronic.
Got 5 nights at Pinkies. Okay.
Even the picture on the front is horrifying.
And
Get one of
also,
those.
and some more pony plushies.
I'm almost tempted to get one of those and give it a bunch of weather damage and try to give it to a child and see what happens.
You are a horrible, horrible person.
Yes, I am.
Well, I'm glad you can admit it. Okay, let's go ahead and also, that was weird. I thought I had those up. And also with the plushies, just another bit of merchandise here. Cutie Mark Bubblehead plushies are started to pop up at Entertainment Earth. Now these ones pretty much are, they're basically just giant headed plushies with the Cutie Mark for eyeballs. Huzzah.
That is creepy as all get out.
And also, there is my incredible over-tattooed pony. In this case, we have... I gotta admit, it does look pretty awesome. Pinkie Pie, Trixie, Twilight, and Applejack. And it looks like they got full-body tattoos on their side.
So are they with the Yakuza now?
No, I think they just got a little bit too much into the ink after the goth makeup thing that they had a few years back. I forgot what it was called now.
Oh yeah, that line.
Yeah.
What was that line called?
Yeah, see,
I don't remember. But I always thought it'd be cool to get a sleeve tattoo. It'd be expensive as anything, but.
But yeah, that is it for merchandise news. Now, Forgotten Friendship, the latest in the Equestria Girls specials, 45 minutes long, will be premiering February 17th on Saturday.
I think it was Pony Mania if I'm looking at this image right.
Yeah, that's right. It was Pony Mania. That was it. Thank you, Toa. Thank you very much. But yeah, Forgotten Friendship will be on the 17th. So be sure to tune into the Otaku Ascended because I'm sure he'll be showing that.
More than likely.
Yeah, as for us,
Because as far as we've looked into it, it's supposed to be airing at noon on that day. So.
Yep, 12 p.m., 11 Central. So yeah.
I tried to see if I can clear time.
Yeah.
Weekends are so busy for me.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to stream it, but will probably still show it on the show itself here. So stay tuned for that fun. All right, comics. We got quite a bit on comics, but we're just going to go ahead and go to one right off the bat that looks pretty interesting. Looks like Legends of Magic is soon to end their comic line, but before they do, they have a big annual 2018 comic to wrap up the entire storyline series.
Honestly, since this was a companion piece with Season 7, they had to end it before Season 8.
Well, yeah, but it kind of a companion piece, but it is still pretty awesome that they are going out with a pretty big bang on it instead of just like, okay, season 7's over, Season 8's coming out. That's it. We're done.
But in a way, this is still standard comic book things. Oh, that's no longer relevant. We need new number ones. Let's get those.
It's an annual.
I'm saying like lines and different things change.
Right. But in any
if
case,
you watch Lincoln, you would get this.
I believe you. Well, no, I believe you.
I'm still waiting for the next issue of Berserk to come out. So.
Fair enough. I guess we can't. Yeah. I got nothing. I move on. Okay, a My Little Brony play is actually in Chicago. It is in Chicago right now called Antelope Party. It's currently underway. Plus, apparently, they have a coupon code for anybody that wants to check it out. So, yeah, if you're in Chicago, you can check out this play, and it is basically a Brony play.
God dang it! Did we actually get the Equestronauts?
I don't know, in all honesty. This is really interesting to see. I can't tell if it's a parody or if it's a full-on play because it really looks like they hammed the hell out of this.
Probably a parody.
Backstage. Where's the link? Oh, there it is.
Well, if it is a parody, then way to be current, guys.
Well,
yeah, totally.
Well, here's a synopsis for it at least. The Rust Belt Ponies, meetup group for adult fans of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, has gathered in Ben's apartment, but two of their company have not yet arrived. A new recruit seems unusually shy and curiously paranoid about a local neighborhood watch group. And where is their Pegasus friend, Maggie? Eric Meyer's amazing and timely new comedy explores the rise of a new social order and how the currents of history, normalization, and fear can sweep up even the most generous bronies of Equestria. In the midst of increasing violence and authoritarianism, how can our heroes see the magic in every pony? And even worse, what if they do?
Interesting.
And
I'll
that
watch
link
it.
I put in there, they call it an antelope party for some reason.
I think that's what they just basically. There's probably a reason for it, but I have no idea.
No reason.
All right, quick update from Sketchy Wolf here. His current life and classes.
Said back to school with you. Or sorry, back to school.
Yeah, I feel for him, but no sympathy.
Yeah. Considering I'm in college, no sympathy here.
Alright, so moving right along here into the next thing. Sugar Belle has been the most recent show up in the European comics. As such, she's got her own little figure that has come up in the European magazine comics, as we've mentioned every time they come out. And also a little comic story, which we can't understand a single word of it because it's in another language. But it does look like... Why does it look like they shape an entire thing of apples like Sweetie Belle? Or is that Sugar? See, hold on. Oh no, I think it is Sugar Belle. They made an apple sculpture of Sugar Belle. What? That apparently got destroyed with a strong wind. So, yeah, the comic, it looks really interesting. I have no idea what's going on. Everybody has really shiny manes. I mean, really shiny manes.
Extra gloss coat.
Extra gloss coating. And if it ever gets translated, we'll talk about it further. But for now, let's go ahead and move on. So, yeah, we're starting to move it. My Little Economic Strain. Apparently, Toys R Us has decided to close 180 stores. Unfortunately.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so...
Yeah.
It is a little disappointing. Hopefully they don't close any that some of you guys go to, if you still go to them. Luckily,
To any.
yeah, they're not closing the one that's near that is actually closest to me. Well, that one already got closed a while ago, but there's still another one I can still get to. But they are closing one that is somewhat nearby, so I might try to hit it up and try to get some ponies on discount or something. So it is a little sad, but yeah.
The ones that they aren't shutting down. They're going to include that Babies Are Us brand.
Actually, some of them are being converted to Babies R Us, not just being shut down and closed out entirely.
Yeah, so sorry to say it, but yeah, the Babies R Us brand is definitely far more profitable for them.
But I can't deny that. You know, the one where you say, we're a store for babies, and then you get the mothers in there, and they definitely are babies. Da-da-da-da-da-da. But,
I guess it's more convenient to have to go to a place like that for baby supplies, considering usually it's pretty sudden and sometimes you don't have the time to order whatever it is. I presume I don't know. I don't have kids. I'm talking out my ass. Never mind.
well,
I'm an
Ignore me.
independent man. I don't know what I'm talking about.
well, in all honesty, Toys R Us is still fun to check out here and there, but at some times it just feels stagnant. Really is amazing how little they get stuff in, and I still see them selling Skylander toys. They're selling Skylander toys, buy one get three free because they can't get rid of them.
Oh man.
The
Yeah.
last time I went into Toys R Us, they actually did not have the most recent run of those mini pony toys, which was the main reason I went there in the first place. They're still on the set, the one that came before the rarity set. Was that the Halloween set?
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
boy.
so. Yeah, I think it was a Halloween set.
Yeah, they still had some of that left over, but they didn't have much, and they had some of the movie toys. It was a weird mix.
Mm.
Oh, and also they were selling the toy trains on clearance, so yeah.
Yeah, I figured I'd see that.
Toy trains.
I still remember buying my first N64 from Toys R Us.
For a second, I thought you were about to say N-scale train because I just came back from a train show, so most of my thoughts right now are just revolving around trains. I'm so sorry.
Well,
You're like me
so-
whenever I'm done working a car show.
I'm actually not sorry at all.
Well, since he threw Toys R Us in there, I might as well throw one of my experiences I remembered. I remember back when I was a kid, SNES was still out, before 64 even came out. I remember going there with my mom to get a couple of games for my brothers for Christmas. I bolted in there. I managed to get the last copy of Final Fantasy 1 on NES and Final Fantasy 3 that recently got released.
Nice.
Yeah. That was some good times. I literally slid across the floor to get one of them. It was fun. I'm not lying. I actually snatched it just before a parent could grab it. But in all honesty, I feel kind of bad now. But I was a kid. What do you expect?
And back then,
Never feel
Nintendo
bad.
64s only cost $120.
Well, let's move on before we get depressed here. A Quest Fold! A Quest Fold has released their recent beta version, which is basically Fall of Anterfold with the main 6 this time. Or well, at least one of them. Which I gotta admit is kind of fun to see Applejack wielding a giant monster axe of some sort there.
Monster Hunter World.
I wish. No, it's not quite like that. I will probably be giving it a check out here at some point. I just don't know when. But if you want to check it out, the beta is in there. It's in the show notes, so be sure to check it out. So let's go ahead and get into the challenge of the week here real fast. And
Oh boy.
I admit I forgot to put it in here. So the challenge of the week was pretty simple. It was either ponies fighting monsters,
Or you went with my challenge. That is the Protest Initiative challenge, which was Fluttershy and
An easy vac.
an Easy Vac indeed. So basically one of those small
Oh,
vacuums.
sleep.
Excellent.
Had to be done.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and go through our submissions. And, of course, let's go with the most infamous of them all. Once again, Dr. Bristle.
Toa. Oh.
Still not me. Okay.
No,
Sleep boss.
No, I'm not.
no. I did
That's
hear...
somebody else.
That is somebody
That's
else.
somebody else.
That is
It's even
somebody
not-
else.
it's-
It's
Yeah,
not
I was
even-
hearing it and I was going to say something and then I think it stopped.
It sounded like somebody breathing weirdly. That's why I wasn't sure.
I'm leaning clear back from my mic, so even if I fell asleep, you guys wouldn't
Okay,
hear me.
right,
So.
my bad.
Actually, the only person who hasn't even spoken yet is Textalion.
He's the one who sleeps.
I think Textalion just crashed, didn't he?
Nah, I'm still here. I'm just...
Okay, nobody's asleep then. I guess somebody was breathing weird. So, see, we're all awake. Go figure. So, yeah, Dr. Bristle is here with what looks like a reject from Monsters, Inc. Oh my god, it is Monsters, Inc. Mike Wazowski.
Wazowski.
Mike
Did-
Wazowski!
Did he have horns?
He did.
Yeah.
Oh, he
Little-
did?
Very
Pokies.
small ones.
Oh.
Looks like the stream chat just crashed. So.
Oh boy, I can't. Wow, that. Well, it
Alright.
crashed for some people, but I'm still in there and I'm still seeing people. Axpel Jack. Yeah, last chat room message. Axpel Jack. Well, I'll reload it in case, just to be sure.
Since open, but get a new window and see what happens.
Pretty much. Just want to be sure. So that's Dr. Bristle. Thank you very much, Doctor. And let's go ahead and move on to now the other infamous one, Toakoi. And
Especially you.
yep, we got the Dust Lagombi hunt. This one definitely taken more into the realm of Monster Hunter. Of course, you
And
see.
this evening.
Well, you actually did some research on this one, so Toa, why don't you go ahead and take it away a little bit here?
This I did. I found a bunny-like creature, and I just turned it into a dust. That's a variant of my own. There's no such thing as an actual dust one. And but if you want me to read it out, sorry.
Probably not. It does seem a little bit on the lengthy side, and we're actually kind of running a little bit shorter than I expected.
Could I read a blurb of it?
You can read a
I'll do-
blurb. Go
Okay,
ahead and
okay.
read a blurb.
I actually need to find a link to it. Damn it, I don't have the doc up.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Also, second, something else that you might have.
Yeah.
Mike's thing.
All right. Yes. While he's getting it up here, let's go with Mike Nyes.
Well, I'm getting it up. Thank you.
Moving on. Mike Nyes came up with an awesome little solution of his own. Of course, Mike Nyes has also been playing Monster Hunter World as crazy as the rest of us. So this is a direct inspiration. I think I actually seen him in this armor. To be blunt, but it looks like it's basically his character and the actual Monster Hunter armor get up. I don't recall which one this is though. But he has been playing the crap out of it, and he's been doing a really good job too. It's been a lot of fun. So are you about there? Yep.
I actually have it up. I was just trying to read it ahead, so that way hopefully it comes out of my mouth smoothly. It won't, but that's the goal. The goal which I fall short of on a regular basis. So without further ado, Toa's hunting log, day 1. Circuit was surprised to learn monster hunting was a thing here. Given the fact that our world was in a crossroads of things with our reality being mainly ponies, so something like this was nothing too strange. I think that's a run-on sentence, but I'm not sure. Given some time and some quick forging, I will have the armor done before we head out. Toa's Hunter log, day 2. We had a surprise as we headed out to this new land of monsters. The element of kindness, Fluttershy, she wanted to see this new land, but did not want to be harmed by the creatures there. Both Circuit and I agreed that just hunting for sport is wrong, but for those wanting to study this creature's bodies might be need, or at least the creatures under sedation. That sentence got away from me. I don't know my inflection. God, I can't say if the trip will be quick, but what will be happening? Blah. I give up. Okay, move on.
Apparently, that is beyond you.
You see,
it is far beyond him.
You see, this is why I don't read.
Well, it's okay. I'd say that's pretty good for an excerpt, though.
Okay, cool.
All right,
There's a reason why I do multiple takes on recordings.
Fair enough.
That makes sense.
All right, and finally, in the art challenge, I made sure to denote that heavily art, because we do have something special. We have Deathlight Productions. First, we have Lyra in the woods, which looks like Lyra is unfortunately dealing with a different kind of monster hunting altogether. Obviously, not one of.
I'll just say I got turned around here.
Yeah. No, I like it. It's a different approach. Instead of just giant swords and trying to beat the crap out of everything, you're actually talking about the Slenderman kind of a monster hunt.
Well, all I did was like, okay, I'm going to build a tree here. I got a pony here. What type of monster? I just started just throwing lines down. I'm like, okay.
It works. But you did do well with the other one, Fluttershy and the Killer Easyvac.
Fluttershy and the Killer Easyvac, yeah.
So you got Fluttershy. Unfortunately, it looks like an Easyvac decided to go off, and Fluttershy is now hiding from it.
Beautiful.
Yes, it is definitely the
You can
most.
tell that was my warm. You can tell that was my warm-up sketch. Just how everything's tilted.
I don't know. I think it adds an element to it. I kind of like the tilt.
Yeah, I kind of figured that, like, basically the vacuum cleaner went off, and then she not only hid behind the couch, but she also lifted it up with her because she didn't want to be on the ground near it.
She's that scared. It's awesome.
The stream just froze for me. It's not
Or we could actually take a complete different direction. Instead, she's actually lifting up her own couch to vacuum under it while it just runs on its own there. It's like a manual Vroomba.
That's true. She could be. She
Yeah.
could not be frightened at all. Maybe it's being held by a mouse.
Yeah, there you go.
Or an ant, who knows?
Take it a different direction. That's always a fun thing. And of course, as I mentioned, art submissions we have there. We also have one awesome submission here, and this is a written submission. We actually got a story involved with this. And as I mentioned, I will be reading these. We're going to be doing these writing prompts every other week. However, we ran over really badly here, and we're actually way behind. So I am going to have to save this, but I am saving this for next week, and I will be jumping on top of this first thing next week. And we are going to read Misfortune.
Oh, so I can't even read an excerpt? Damn.
Well, if you want to grab the first,
first
paragraph,
paragraph.
if you want to grab the
Sure.
first paragraph.
I was going to go for a random one in the middle, actually. But that works.
And, of course, another quick thing. It looks like Crimson also put in a writing challenge. So we're going to have to read 2 of these next week.
Getting creature again, aren't you?
Okay,
I
see
am
these
not
links.
forgetting Creature. I just saw that that something got put in here at all, too. Creature also put in wait, what? Oh, I see. I'm sorry. There it goes. Creature also put in a writing challenge. We got 3 stories. Oh, wow, this really went off, didn't it?
Okay, give me these. I will do excerpts of all of them. They will all be murdered. I'm so not sorry, but yeah, give them to me.
Oh my, right now I'm trying to, I thought maybe 1 or 2, we got 3 submissions. Okay, so from Little Pebble, Creature, and Crimson, we all got writing challenges submitted 1 week in, and I am massively impressed. I am really impressed, and I actually feel bad that we have to wait until next week to get to all of these. But
that's kind of the thing. You gotta wait a week to see which one we like.
Well, no, we gotta wait a week in order to actually read them because we went way too long, and I really do feel bad about this. But this is really awesome, and I'm really excited to do another writing prompt next week too for you guys.
That reminds me, at some point I need to think of a competition because I accidentally ordered 2 of those plush Rainbow Dash scarves, and I do not need 2 of them.
Is it as comfy to use as it is to me?
Yes. Yes, it is. I already had the derpy one, so I knew of the quality, and I just kind of wanted a spare, but they stopped making derpy, so I was like, okay, I'll go with Rainbow Dash, and you know what? Still just as soft and plush. So, if I ever
Just
think
give
of
me one, man, so my mom can stop yelling at me for not shaving my beard. I look like Jill like Jill right now from The Last of Us.
If I'm going to let this thing go, I'm going to make sure that it goes off in a competition, but one that I have to actually think up more for, not just like one of the little drawing challenges that I come up with like a couple minutes before I announce them.
Well, speaking of which, let's go ahead. That was it for our drawing challenges. The writing challenge is still on for Ponies Fighting Monsters, so if you want to submit a writing challenge, you can continue to submit that until the show next week, at which point we will be reading them. I promise 110%. We will be reading those next week, and then issuing the next writing challenge. But for the drawing challenge for next week, Ponies and Candy Hearts. Those wonderful chalky candy hearts that make your mouth dry, that put in nonsensical sayings that you can read, and they're not even called sweetheart or Valentine hearts anymore. They're like friendship hearts or good greeting hearts, and it's just really stupid now, but still, those hearts.
And now...
Did I not get your drawing, Zakai? Hold on.
In the MLP content creation.
Yeah, that's what I did. I went through all of the content creation. How did I miss it?
Hang on.
No, he didn't post it.
Oh, okay. Did he? He must have posted it somewhere else then. Or did he? I don't think he sent it to me directly, did he?
He might have.
Zakai, get that to me as quickly as you can. I'll try to get that up to you. Get it up in here and in the notes. Emailed it to me. Okay, that would do it. That would do it. Ah, jeez. Anyway, go ahead and issue the follow-up challenge that is never as good as mine.
Ho, ho, ho. Hurtful. Also, not wrong. Okay, now it is time for, of course, the Protest Initiative Challenge. For all of you out there. Now, one thing I will say that I have noticed is that not everyone this week has acknowledged the Protest Initiative Challenge, which makes me rather sad. So, this week I have chosen a special set of prompts, a harder set of prompts. Why? Because it's not just one, or it's not just two things. No, this time I've gone with three. This week, I want you to draw or make a story with a picture, or a picture of whatever. I want
Picture
you
and a story.
to draw me or make a thing that involves Celestia, a flask, and a stop sign. Have
I've
fun.
already got one.
Do what
It's
you will.
horrible. I don't think it's appropriate.
Once
All
again,
right,
okay,
that
do
is
it.
Celestia, stop sign, and flask. Not two of the three, not one of the three, all three. I believe
At
in
the
you.
same
I
time.
think you can do this.
And
Celestia, flask, stop sign. Maybe she has a flask that has a stop sign on it. Maybe she has become the stop sign. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe she's drunken herself into believing she is a stop sign and has
Or
just
she stumbled
decided to
into
sit-
one while drunk.
That
Really.
could be too. It is up to you. You out there, the lovely people in the chat, it is up to you to do this and make the horrible atrocity that you want to make, or the beautiful thing that you also want to make, your decision. Make it as you would, and I don't know. The sentence once again got away from me. I'm running on very little sleep. But without further ado, you do the thing.
without further ado, let's actually jump back into the art challenges, as Chaos Akai did submit one as well. And we'll go ahead and talk this out. Fluttershy goes a little bit Monster Hunter on her own, giving a monster the stare. Of course, it looks like she's not fighting alone. She also has a giant sword and an easy vac to try to take out the monster. So a nice little combination attack on all the themes brought together in one.
Good for you. I like your chutzpah.
Yeah, it's not like it took me 2 days consecutively and a good scale on 2 different.
All right,
Yeah,
and enough
right.
enough of the bitterness. Enough of the bitterness.
Toa, I appreciate what
bitter.
you did. Don't get me wrong, and also I did see your easy vac as well. Or at least I presume it was an easy vac behind Fluttershy, as it was the same color scheme as one of those red dirt devils. So props to you as well. Props to all of you who have acknowledged my challenge. To all those who did not, though. You made me sad.